Happy Saturday, First Congregational friends. Boy, there's a lot going on. You can tell it's fall around First Congregational Church. But first, our Bible trivia question. That is, where does Jesus not only state but predict that those who believe in him will do greater things than he did? Do greater things than he did. You don't have to know the chapter, but the gospel would score you an A plus on or at least an A on the Bible trivia quiz this week. Answer at the end. And now a very important announcement. It is Kickoff Sunday.
It's a dangerous thing to give a minister sound effects.
This is a Sunday in which we recognize that we're back. People are going back to school, people coming back from vacation, and we want to get together as a church family to celebrate all being together. And so not only are we starting a new worship series this Sunday, but also we'll be providing a great barbecue and potluck afterwards. So hope you can attend that. This is a great time to bring your kids because there'll be bounce houses and just fun activities for them. Come one, come all. I do hear a rumor that we could use a couple more people to help clean up dishes afterwards, but hope everybody can show up for that potluck. It'd be great to have you, and also bring a friend. This is a great Sunday for that. In terms of the new worship series, we'll be starting. It's called For Such a Time as This. Now, in case you haven't noticed, things are a bit stressful these days in our country and in our world. We're all aware of that every morning when we open the paper or listen to the morning news. But a lot of people tend to feel like this is just kind of going from bad to worse and get rather hopeless about this. However, I want to make a case that we're in the midst of a pattern that happens about every 500 years in Western monotheistic cultures, where there is a lot of turmoil, but it's not because something bad happens in the world and just spreads like a virus and the end is near kind of thing, but rather it's a response to so many good things coming to the world that have toppled the tables of the old power structures that now then they're fighting back with everything they have. It seems that about every 500 years, that saying that prediction that Jesus made, greater things shall you do, truly happens. And I want to show this Sunday how that pattern works out in our culture, and it worked out in the last century. And for the purpose of not simply explaining away the bad things that are happening, but rather giving us some insights that I think are important for moving through this in a resilient way. In the coming Sundays, we'll also look at how all these changes that have happened in that last century or so have had effects on Christianity that are quite deep and are really setting it onto a whole nother platform that is really in the process of realizing Jesus' words more deeply than ever, that greater things shall you do. And then also we'll be exploring real concrete effects, how that affects local churches, including our own. So it ought to be a very interesting and hopefully inspiring series as we kind of dig more deeply into the larger picture of what's going on in our world and explore its implications for our lives and our church. Lastly, I want to just give you a note that on the September 14th, I hope you'll put that on your calendars, because after worship, the Social Justice and Witness Group will be, for the first time, presenting their proposed use of the service family gift. As you know, or many of you are aware, when that home was donated to the house and the proceeds came from that home, a portion of it were specified by the donors for use by the Social Justice and Witness team, about $60,000 to $80,000. They've been really studying what is the most faithful and important use of those funds, and quite frankly, they've come up with something that is really blowing my mind. What they've been able to do is create a partnership between organizations that has never existed before, that will allow homeless youth to receive much more streamlined services that can get them into jobs and rehab and so forth than ever existed before. A great way to help youth, many of whom literally find it safer to sleep on the streets than they do in their own homes they grew up in. So it's a real vital ministry, really important one, and you'll, for the first time, get to hear and give feedback for that on September 14th. That will be the first of several opportunities, but the 14th will be the first time. Now, as to the Bible trivia question, where does Jesus predict that his disciples will do greater things than these? He says in John 14:12, Very truly, I tell you, the one who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and in fact, will do greater works than these, because I'm going to the Father. The implication there being that Jesus never entirely left us. The Spirit of the living Christ has been in conversation with followers for 2,000 years. You would expect some pretty large innovations, and this series is really going to show, I think, that that prediction is coming true more fully than ever before. So it's a very dangerous time to live in, but also a very exciting one if we walk the line carefully. So anyway, hope to see you this Sunday. And again, bring a friend. It's a great day to invite them along too.